This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, locales, and incidents are either the products of the imagination or used in a fictitious manner.
Dude, you know what I read yesterday? That a gorilla can eat, I think, 12,000 calories a day, and it's just eating grass. Think about how much grass you would have to eat to get 12,000 calories out of that.
I don't know how many. I don't know what calories add up to.
Okay, so a normal man eats in between, a normal guy, you and me, should eat 2,000 calories a day.
Oh, okay.
If you're trying to put on weight, you probably want to eat like 3,000, probably more. 12,000 calories. I mean, dude, like a fucking hamburger is probably like 500 calories.
Dang.
So that's 24 hamburgers worth of grass a fucking day, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean,
24 hamburgers worth of grass.
dude, think about how jacked a gorilla is too. I mean, those guys are those are real ripped. You know, yesterday I was looking up uh could a gorilla kill a lion? Because you know, what else do you do on Christmas Day? But dude, so it was really funny. I found this whole thread where this guy wrote out multiple paragraph fan fiction of a gorilla lion fight. He claimed that 7 out of 10 times the gorilla is going to kill the lion.
He claimed that
Dude,
after his tests he
yeah.
conducted.
Well, the reasoning he gave is that he's like, gorillas fight for life and death. They're 100% in whenever they go into a fight. And you know, a lion, I guess, is not that dedicated. A lion doesn't give that much of a shit. Because they'll just chill and then wait for a wildebeest or something to come through. But dude, he claimed that the gorilla would sidestep the lion charging, get the lion in a headlock, and then take out the lion that way.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to do.
Yeah, it's probably also, I mean, I wouldn't fight a gorilla either. I mean, those fuckers are eating grass all day, but they're just
Mike Tyson allegedly offered a zookeeper $10,000 to knock out a gorilla who was picking on the other gorillas.
Like, he wanted the zookeeper to punch the gorilla?
He wanted the zookeeper to let him in the cage.
He wanted the zookeeper to let him knock out the gorilla.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. And the zookeeper let him, right? The zookeeper was like, yeah, dude, Mike Tyson at my zoo. Love you, dude. Yeah. Get in here, man.
Yeah,
so Mike Tyson saw the gorilla. He was bullying the other gorillas.
Mm-hmm.
Alpha gorilla, dude. Fucking dominant gorilla. He's like, you're a fuck. He's not like he's not physically bullying them. He's like verbally abusing them. He's just like it's like, dude, you got so many fucking zits. You're ugly, dude. And the other gorillas are like, fine, you know, and they're just, you know, real angry. Mike Tyson this, and he's like, dude, I got to do something about this. I got to add some justice to the animal kingdom. Well, you know here's what's actually crazy though, is that back in the day, people used to just fight animals in a stadium. Like, they wouldn't fight each other.
Yeah.
Fight a lion, and that was sports. Like that,
like in the Coliseum.
Yeah, like that was sports back in the day. Now we have these teams that are just like random people from all over the country that you draft to your team, and you name them a fake animal name, just totally arbitrary. You name them the fucking you know, jaguars or the wildebeest. They have no connection to the city they're from. It's just you move there when you get drafted because they're going to pay you a lot of money. And then the fake animals fight each other every weekend. And we're like, yeah, dude, love the bears. But back in the day, the bears was a legit bear. and you got the king or whatever watching it go down. He's giving the thumbs up or he's giving the thumbs down to let you know whether you live or die, if the bear's going to come in and maul you, or if you pass on to the next round to the fortune, fame, and glory. If you get to wear a cool armor, and I think if you worked your way up enough, you would become the leader of the Roman army. And that's how Caesar became the most known salad in the country, because Caesar worked his way up from being a normal guy to being the champion, and no one wanted to fuck with him. And he
Is that how Caesar came to power?
No, I don't actually know, but I like to think that because I do love a good Caesar salad. Nice, very crisp, nice wedge. You know, you just chop a salad in fourths and you take a 1/4 of it and you just throw it in there. Throw some blue cheese on it to make that just. It's literally just a sauce delivery vehicle. But here's the thing: is before that humans fought animals in the Colosseum or whatever, the humans were just, they didn't even fight anybody. They just sacrificed them on top of a damn pyramid. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even have a opponent. They were just like, yeah, let's just kill him. You know, he's probably going to get, he's probably going to die anyway. But the Colosseum, they're like, yeah, we should give him a chance, it'll at least be more entertaining. But before that, for gajillions of years, you would just kill a guy on top of the pyramid and everyone would come out and everyone would be like, dude, this is going to be fucking turnt. We're about to go crazy. This guy's going to die. Dude, imagine if every party you went to, there was a human sacrifice, how lit that would be, dude. Just, you're going.
That would be intense.
You're going. It's probably
you'd get used to it though.
Yeah, it's probably like, God, another one of these again.
Jim's up this time.
Oh, Jim, love you, buddy.
Gotta please the gods, Jim.
Go ahead. I'll see your head on the way down when it rolls down the steps.
Yeah, Jim owed me $20, so I'm glad. Glad he's up.
Fuck that guy. That's why he got sacrifices, because he owed too many people $20.
Right. They all put their votes in for him.
They're like, I'm voting for fucking Jim, dude. Like, I'm not gonna say anything, but kind of glad Jim's on deck, dude. I don't like that guy.
Jim owed me some money. Jim's the kind of guy who will owe too many people money.
Yeah,
that's the problem with Jim.
That's why you got to solve it. And that's why everyone's so happy at this human sacrifice.
I wonder, they probably did settle their scores that way back in the day, like voting for people to get sacrificed.
It's like Survivor, but real,
Yeah.
You got your paint on your skin that looks like a skeleton or something. I don't know. But that's what I've heard from...
Back in the day, everything had to be more real to be even worth staring at for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, because otherwise you just go on your phone you're just like, dude, I have this sacrifice boring as hell. I'm gonna just play Tetris, because they only had primordial video games back in the human sacrifice days. They're playing Snake on their flip phone back in the day.
On the Nokia.
Yeah, dude, the Nokia brick. Or they're playing Brick Breaker instead of watching the human sacrifice.
Because it always makes me wonder how the Jews in ancient Egypt got those giant stones, carried them up the pyramid to lay the foundation.
I think they probably used like a crane.
Do you think they had that technology?
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing. So from what I've read about this, the reason that they could build the pyramids is that the structure of a pyramid is actually easier to build than like a fucking mausoleum square joint, because you start out bigger and you go smaller as you go along. Like, it's actually easier to build, which is why all these ancient cultures had pyramids. Alternatively, the aliens could have given them the key But, I don't know. I mean, the aliens came down with their hard hats and their overalls, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you look fine." Catcall some human women, and then they get to work on the pyramids, and they built them for us, and they're like, "Here you go, guys. Uh, we'll see you later." And they pieced out. They gave us the pyramids. Now, pyramids really took off. I'm in a pyramid right now. You live in a pyramid. We all live in pyramids. And that's thanks to the aliens for coming up with that dope ass design that everyone uses now, great work with that. It became the number one design for houses all over America. And that's because the aliens are smarter than us. So thanks, guys.
Big ups.
Dude, speaking of aliens, so there was this in the 90s, there was this alien sighting in South Africa, I believe, outside this school where this craft crashed and these aliens popped out, and all these kids saw the aliens, and the aliens communicated with them telepathically and told them all to like save the earth or some fucking hippie shit. I'm pretty sure the aliens were high. That's why they crashed. That's why they crashed their ship.
They're just covering their tracks. They're like, we came here on a mission, save the earth, do well, do good, good in school, kids. Don't use drugs.
Fuck, bro. Like, I thought this shit made me drive better, dude. We gotta get it together. The aliens have like Rastafari beanies and dreads.
They're like throwing a message together because they crashed.
Yeah, they're like, fuck, dude, we gotta come up with something quick, bro. Like, what do we got? So the aliens come out and they tell them this hippie stuff, and protect the earth. That's why we crashed our ship into it. Like, thanks, guys. That's like you drive your car into a building and you're like, man, we need to protect architecture. but so anyway, these aliens came down. It's like a known thing. All the kids saw the aliens, and their stories have kind of stayed the same, which is its own. We could do a whole other episode about that. But I did some digging through some internet comments and did some sleuthing, and found one of the people that was in the school at the time who saw the aliens, and she has an Instagram where she posts all this weird art that has alien-like stuff in it. And I follow this. I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. She's like posting all this weird, like Egyptian looking, speaking of pyramids, all this like Egyptian looking kind of weird art.
So she hasn't let it go.
Exactly. But I mean, how could you, right? It's like, yeah, you saw an alien when you were like 8. I mean, I swore I saw Santa when I was 8. I'm pretty sure I was dreaming. I could have seen the real Santa, but even as a kid, if you see an alien, you're kind of like, this is pretty crazy.
I guess so.
Here's the thing though, is that now she, originally the art is like interspersed with selfies of her. And I'm not going to dox her. I'm not going to say her name, but bro, she posts literally like 10 to 15 selfies a day. And I'm not talking good selfies, like model selfies, like Fashion Nova advertisement yoga pant selfies where the girls are pros and they're doing a job and they're good at taking selfies. These are like bad selfies you took with photo booth on your Mac with like the thermal effect on. You know what I'm talking about? When that shit was when that shit was popping, like the mirror effect. Yeah, dude, these are like grainy, bad. Like, I've seen clearer pictures of UFOs than these selfies. Like, dude, it is really crazy. And the captions are all this angsty kind of like, don't talk to me if you don't want to talk to someone who's damaged. Just like stuff like that, where it's just like,
wow, all because of some aliens, huh?
Well, I mean, if you asked her, she might not say that the aliens are the cause of that, but I think that if you saw aliens as a kid, you would probably be fucked for life, dude. You would probably be pretty scarred.
I don't
And
know, man. I think life just keeps on going, man.
yeah, but life keeps on going and you're posting 15 selfies a day. I think you need to, your life needs to stop for a second. You got to reevaluate that. Shit. Dude, you're posting in a Santa hat 18 times a day and being like, you know, the reason I'm here is not something you need to know. Just like stuff like that. It's just like, what are you saying, bro? It's like a cry for attention
Hmm.
and there's something about crying for attention that makes everyone think you're a fucking loser. It's really crazy. I just don't, I cannot vibe with that. But
Go ahead and dox her.
her username is 73 alien slut 82. No, it's not her. I don't want to dox her, but it is really crazy. It just makes you think about how this experience may have impacted. Maybe she went through some other shit in her life. I don't know. I'm basing this all off of a few internet comments and finding her fucking Instagram. But it's a good follow. It's a fun follow. See a selfie in my feed, laugh, cry, give her the attention she needs. Except don't give her, because it's like this paradox of I need attention, but the caption on the photo is
Don't look at me, go away.
"Don't look at me ever, man." And it's just really crazy, I don't know. But it just makes me glad I didn't see aliens. I only saw Santa. So I turned out all right, for the most part. I heard you had something you wanted to say about Billie Eilish. Word on the street.
Billie Eilish, man. My dad loves Billie Eilish.
What do you mean?
He plays Billie Eilish around the house, and I think a lot of older people like Billie Eilish. And just be careful, man. She's the type, she'll seduce your dad. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about Billie Eilish.
Hold on, this
That's all I
is
gotta
true.
say.
She has a lyric about seducing dads. She wrote this lyric when she was like fucking 13 years old or whatever. I mean, she didn't write it, but she's singing it. She's like,
singing it. Yeah.
I mean, she's like 35 now, right? Yeah, she's like 35 now. She aged
Oh
really
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
She's like
You can say
almost
whatever you
40.
want about her.
But this song "Bad Guy" comes out like 2 years ago, back when she was like 13. That's great. That's really, that's like To Catch a Predator, where they trick the predators, dude. Co-written by Chris Hansen. But it sounds like it's working, dude. It sounds like it's hitting its target audience.
Right, and I was wondering if it was a marketing ploy of some sort.
I mean, part of it has got to. It's not. I would say it's more like, yeah, you want the song to like make you sound cool, and if a dad or two is seduced by you, it's not the worst thing in the world. That's how I feel. If a dad is seduced by me, it could be worse. Things could be worse. It's really not the worst case scenario. You could be an insane chick posting 18 selfies a day. While the aliens watch, the aliens for sure follow that chick's feed and are just like, bro, chill, chill, bitch. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, dude. The aliens need to beam her a message to relax with that. But
What happened to the two aliens in the crash? Did they get away in the South African crash?
I think they like fixed their. I honestly can't remember, but if I had to guess, I would say they fixed their ship. They popped back in. They, they honked twice to let the kids know we're good. They're like, beep, boop, we're out of here, boop, boop. And then they fucking zoomed out of there. You saw a bumper sticker on the back of their ship that said something like "peace and love," some kind of hippie alien signage, some kind of strange
Yeah,
glyphic.
that's a weird thing in the community of people. who believe in aliens and the culture. Like a lot of them believe that the aliens are like this peace loving culture that want us to do better as a civilization.
Well, the aliens, why wouldn't they? They were great, and the aliens believe in us.
I
Why?
guess, man, it's just a strange approach that you would have towards another. I don't think we would have that approach towards another civilization on a different planet.
Um, yeah, it's like if you went to the zoo and you saw a gorilla being a bully, you would want to fight the gorilla, right? So the aliens come down and they see us bullying a little guy, and then they beat us up. Maybe all these
But they
aliens are
don't beat up
abducting for
anyone. They
glory.
just they abduct random people and they beam thoughts into people's head about being better people.
I think what happens is when they abduct you, they take you to an alien back alley, and then they rough you up. They send you back down,
Ah.
and they're like, "Never do that again, or you're going to be sleeping with the fishes.
Would take your butthole.
We're going to cut your butthole out, and you're never going to bully anyone." That's the thing that goes under report. These victims, these alien victims, we think they're great guys. They're not that great. They're bullies, every single one.
Mm.
If you do the studies, you do the research, you look into their past, these guys are beating people up for their lunch money.
That's an interesting take. Alien abductees are bullies.
They deserve it. They all deserve it. The aliens are just dealing out that cosmic justice. And they can sense a bad guy like Billie Eilish, and they seduce them with a laser beam, and then they beam them up and they beat them up, just like Billie Eilish. When she seduces your dad, she beams him into her craft. She sucks out his anus, and then it's over, dude. Then your dad comes back to Earth. He barely even remembers it. He just knows, oh, I hear this song. It reminds me of this experience I had. Was that a dream? Or was it a nightmare that I lived? Boom! Yeah. So I think that's what the deal is with that.
Sounds about right.
Dude, the thing about Billie Eilish is, this is actually pretty funny. If you look up Billie Eilish's brother, who is the guy that writes all of her songs, this guy Phineas, he dates a girl that looks exactly like his sister, Billie Eilish. It's
Oh,
really
wow.
crazy. Like they're almost identical looking. It is very suspicious, very strange, very twisted.
Yeah, I mean, he's writing very sensual lyrics for his sister to
He's
sing.
also, he's like, my sister gonna fuck your dad. Like, bro, you spent too much time on the trending page of your favorite pornographic websites to be coming up with such demented. People talk about like death metal lyrics as being demented and disturbed. Well, instead, you got Billie Eilish singing into a fan, so she's just, la, 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 just doing a real dark,
Oh yeah. That's what it sounds like.
vibe. What's funny is, speaking of parents' music tastes, I found out that my mom is a Drake fan now, which is very weird because my mom is 60. And she's like, yeah, these guys at the gym, they play this Drake and I really like it. And then I go over while she's making dinner and she's playing like God's Plan. And I think she thinks it's a religious song, that a gospel song, even though God's Plan is actually just about how God's divine plan was for Drake to become famous and rich, because that's what the ultimate creator, omnipotent, omniscient guy was like. I'm going to put the Israelites through hell for centuries so that one day one Jew, one half Jew, can get rich as fuck. And he's going to be a cool rapper and he's going to make bangers, bro. Bangers for your mom. But that's what's funny is like, you think about some of these songs you listen to and you're just like, who the fuck listens to this shit? Like, how can you listen to this? And it's your mom, it's your dad. Like, these are who bump it. And they're like, oh, this is fresh. This is a fresh take. This isn't Led Zeppelin, This isn't.
Does she dance to it like all weird? Like,
dude, I've caught my mom dancing to shit. Like, I'll see her when she drives home. Like, she thinks no one's watching, but I'm always watching. So I see her in the car window and she's like clapping and dancing, listening to some music. She's like, but I do that all the time too by myself. So I know where I get it from. It's just really funny. The other thing she does is she'll shout out random phrases from the songs, like the hook. Like, if it, for example, like, she doesn't listen to Billie Eilish, but if it was Billie Eilish, she would yell out, "I'm a bad guy." And then that's the only part of the song that she sings. It's just like one phrase. Which, I don't really get, but I'm not a Billie Eilish fan. I do like dancing. I do like dancing by myself, though. Get a lot of that done. It's nice. Gets the juices flowing.
very nice.
Yeah, man. Well, what else you got, Harris? What else you got? I've been talking
I'm
a lot.
empty this week, man.
What's up? You're empty. Why are you empty, man? You've been drained by all
I
this
got nothing.
holiday bonanzas? Holiday.
Yeah, man, it's draining, man. When your family all goes somewhere and nobody barely talks to anyone, and you kind of watch the TV, and then you glance over and you make a comment to someone, and they make a comment back, and then you stare at the TV and the wall for another 20 minutes.
Do you like what's on the wall or the TV better? Which is more engaging?
I mean, they both have, something interesting. I think, the TV had the crackling fireplace on. The wall has photos and Christmas tree and
You're
ornaments.
not even watching stuff on the TV. You're watching a dang CGI fire.
Oh yeah,
with some dang crackling effects.
crackling effects.
Crackling effects 1 on YouTube.
Exactly.
What a great job to be the CGI guy behind the fireplace simulation. How do you do that? Do you film a real fire?
Probably.
You CGI? Well, what if you CGI a fire?
I don't think it's CGI.
I don't know. Some of these fires look a little Pixar like. Some of these fires look a little like Iron Man. And it's nice, I like a good virtual fire. But it's fake and we don't like that. Real fires only. Except that's why you got to light your wall on fire. Watch that. Watch your house crumble around you. Precious memories in the photos dissolving in front of you. You
go through a harrowing experience together as a family.
Exactly. And that is what's going to bring you guys together. You'll be talking after that. I bet you'll be talking after that. I bet no one's going to be on their phones unless they're tweeting about the fire. They'll probably just tweet about the fire.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting. You got to tweet about the good stuff when it happens. That's some good content. That harrowing shit. Dude, speaking of the word harrowing, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who got his a cast taken off. And he's like, dude, it was harrowing. They took a saw to my cast and I was worried they were going to saw my hand off. And I was like, you need to redefine your definition of the word harrowing, because I got a cast off when I was in 3rd grade and it was not harrowing. It's a fucking doctor guy. And he's like, oh, hey, I see you got all these cool people to sign your cast. You get all your friends to sign your cast. You get all these cool pictographs on it, similar to the ancient glyphs from all these ancient civilizations that the aliens left. You got your friends drawing a giant gray alien on your cast. You're wondering, how is this even possible? The doctor, he's a secret gray, so he makes an offhand comment, then he radios back to base. They know, the kids know. We need to telepathically beam them to shut the fuck up. Maybe the aliens tell them to post selfies on Instagram instead of their weird art, so that we're distracted and we don't think about the art, because the art is really what holds the clues to this whole puzzle.